So at the start of the film, we are shown a meeting. In this meeting, a lot of politicians and national security officers were present. Some of their captains were arrested by terrorists. They were making a plan to get rid of them. The captains were kidnapped and sentenced to 5 months. Here was a man named Yong-hwa, who was the head of the security agency and was going to be the next prime minister. He gave a suggestion to save the captains, which the rest of the people did not like. But one, who was his assistant, explained everything to everyone. He even changed the meaning of his boss's words, which made everyone agree. Because of his handling of the situation, Yong-hwa was very happy with him. He said, "If I had met people like you earlier, I would have been the prime minister today." Anyway, one went to his house, where we meet his daughter Kyun-min, whom one was forcibly sending to another country to study. Kyun-min was now able to leave for the airport. On the way, the fuel of the car was low, so he stopped at a fuel station to get it filled, where he met a boy. One gave him his card, but the boy replied that their machine was broken and he would have to pay this money in cash. Hearing this, one doubted him. It seemed as if he would keep this money and lie to his boss. That's why he said, "I will give this money to your boss." While driving, they heard on the radio that there was going to be very bad fog here in a while. All the people traveling on the highway should take care of themselves and drive carefully. But where do people pay attention to this? A crazy streamer drove a car on the highway at high speed due to this fog, unaware that there could have been a car ahead. He saved himself from an accident but brought his car right in the middle of the road. Because of this, another car collided with him and one by one, the cars behind him collided with each other, resulting in a terrible accident. In these cars, we see many military vans, one of which had a lot of dogs. At the fuel station, we see that the boy was scolded for not wanting to give him the money. It was not the girl's fault. He tried to explain to his boss, but the boss said that if you don't take the money from him, then I will deduct this money from your payment. Meanwhile, they also received news of the accident on the highway on the radio. Joy, the boy, guessed that just a while ago, Vaughn had left from there. Surely he must have gotten stuck there due to the accident on the highway. Thinking this, he also left for the highway to take money from him in this deep fog. It is shown here that a car had flipped in front of Vaughn's car, and like this, he saved himself from the accident, but he couldn't go any further. That's why he gave all this news to his boss so that he could send his agents here to rescue everyone. Hearing this call, his daughter Kyun-min got angry with him and said, "What kind of security are you? You should go out and help him." Vaughn also went to the car that had the accident, but he saw that some soldiers had already come there and had taken the man out of the car. A doctor told the soldier to go and check the dogs. The soldier also ran to a van and saw that all the dogs had been freed from the van. Not only this, one of the dogs had attacked a soldier and killed him, which meant that these dogs were very bloodthirsty. There were already a lot of people stuck on this highway, and because of these dogs, their lives were in danger. Vaughn called his boss again and put the doctor in his car. While doing this, he noticed that his daughter Kyun-min was not in his car, which made him panic. At this time, Kyun-min was seeing a dog at a distance that was hitting its head on the bridge like crazy and injuring itself. While seeing this, Kyun-min went ahead to give him a biscuit. But as soon as the time is up, Vaughn comes here and follows him. This means that this dog can also be dangerous. Before leaving, Vaughn noticed that something like E9 was mentioned on the dog. Now, as soon as Vaughn came back to his car, he saw that the soldiers were talking to the doctor in his car. Vaughn asks him what is going on here. Hearing this, the soldiers get scared and ask him the same question. After hearing this, Vaughn shows them his ID. As soon as they see this, the soldiers tie him up with a handkerchief and stand him up with a training wheel. Vaughn asks the doctor what is going on. "If you don't tell me, you will regret it." The doctor replies, "As long as you are with me, you are safe. If you bother me, not just you, but everyone present here will die." The camera focuses on the doctor's laptop screen, on which he had been busy for a long time. It can be seen that the doctor was able to control all the dogs from his laptop. The doctor targets all the dogs and tells them to attack a soldier. The soldier was standing in front of the dog van. As soon as the dogs attack him, the soldier throws all the dogs into the van. Finally, the people managed to catch all the dogs. But there was still a small problem. There was a dog that was not tied up. And it was the same E9 dog that was in front of the counter. It's a long story to tie it up in the van. The doctor was not able to control it. And because of this, he was in a lot of panic. In the meantime, a chopper comes in the air to shift this dog container somewhere else. Joy also reaches the same highway. That is, the boy from the fuel station, who had 2 dogs at that time. As soon as his vehicle stops, they get off the road quickly and reach the container with the dogs. The chopper was also taking the container with the dogs. But the doctor moves forward quickly to inform them that there is no E9 in it. But he is caught from behind and asked what is going on. In response, he says only one word, Project Silence. He was going to ask more questions about this to the doctor, but the soldiers stop him. All the other soldiers tell the doctor that it is more important to remove all the dogs from here. Here, we see that a soldier has a small chip in his hand. This chip belonged to the E9 dog. And so we learned that the doctor was able to control all the dogs through the chips in their bodies. Now, the E9 dog has removed this chip from his head, so the doctor was not able to control it. Here, the E9 dog is shown to have suddenly attacked the chopper. He attacked and injured many soldiers. Due to this, the balance of the chopper was damaged, and it fell on the electrical wires and crashed. As a result, the container with all the dogs fell down and opened. Here, the doctor sees on his laptop that there was an error in his system, and the target was set on 116 people, which meant that now these dogs would kill 116 people. Without completing his mission, these dogs were not going to stop. It is shown that all the dogs from each house attack all the people standing here. In the same way, a dog also attacks a doctor, causing his laptop to fall far away. Here, the doctor's life is saved by John Vaughn, after which he sits in a car holding his daughter's hand and prepares to leave. The boy standing behind, the fuel station boy, repeatedly raised his hand to ask for help. Min forces her dad to help the boy. Min had to stop his car, and Joy came and sat in the trunk of the car. Before these people could get off the highway, the destroyed chopper, which was now on fire, suddenly comes crashing down on the road in front of them. And like this, their way is blocked. They had gone to find phone signals to call someone for help. But here Vaughn had his security radio, with which he contacts his headquarters and tries to call for help. Vaughn also wanted to know about these dogs. That's why he asks the doctor a lot of questions. Then the doctor tells him that he had made some rescue dogs. But then the military officers forced him and told him to transform these dogs in such a way that they could be used as weapons, so that these dogs could be used in war or any bad situation. Vaughn contacts his boss on his radio. He asks him if he knew anything about Project Silas. In response, he says, "No, I didn't know." Vaughn says, "Okay, then send a SWAT team here to save us all from this situation." At this time, a big gas truck is standing in front of them. If it explodes, everyone here will die. John Hyun agrees with him, while all these people now tie their clothes over their mouths and start walking towards a bus. As soon as they reach the bus, it is shown that the chopper, which was still hanging from the wires, falls on the other side of the road. And there is a very large explosion here, causing the bridge in front to collapse. The situation was so panicked that people were lost. Then, to make everything normal, Vaughn tells everyone that he is from the security department and that this time he is in contact with security. Now, everyone asks him why these dogs are attacking him. In response, Vaughn lies that a virus called rabies has affected his brain, causing him to go crazy and bite everyone. He did not mention the doctor because if everyone wanted to know the truth, they would attack the doctor. But now, because Joy was also in their car and everything was said in front of Joy, she also knew the truth. Then, Vaughn asks Joy why she is lying. In response, he tells Joy that if she stays quiet, he will give her $10,000 after everyone is rescued. But the next moment, it is shown that the SWAT team arrived to save them, with whom Vaughn negotiates and says that before rescuing everyone, they should have killed the dogs outside. However, they reply that they did not see any dogs outside because those dogs were hidden. Then the dogs came out and suddenly attacked many people. Even the SWAT team, who came to rescue them, had great difficulty. Vaughn also saved his daughter from a dog and then hid her in another bus, where we saw that an old couple and 2 more people were hiding, and the doctor was also saved in this bus. Vaughn wanted to stay with these people, but Vaughn's radio was left outside, which he had to go out to retrieve because he had no other way to get help. While Vaughn was outside, the doctor tells everyone about Project Silence, explaining how he had created rescue dogs, but then the military altered these dogs for their own benefit into combat dogs. The E9 dog that these people are trying to catch is a clone. The doctor reveals that during the experiment to make the E9 dog more dangerous, he killed his own children in front of it, and the scariest part is that the E9 dog has removed the chip from its head and is no longer under the doctor's control. This clearly means, according to the doctor, that she is not following orders, she is simply seeking revenge, which has become very difficult to stop. Now, these people make a plan to escape from the dogs and use the things they have to create a fire to scare the dogs away. When Vaughn contacts his boss, he tells him that somehow they all need to get to the bridge, and the SWAT team will rescue them. Vaughn informs his boss that those dogs are consuming a lot of blood. To control the situation, some snipers should be called here, but Yong-hwa was not ready for this. He knew that such a big incident had occurred on the highway, and the media would definitely come to cover it. If the military saw all this, their department would be defamed. Finally, Vaughn tells his boss that all the people there know everything about Project Silence and are slowly moving toward the bridge. As soon as Vaughn heard this, he hung up the phone. Upon hearing this, Yong-hwa gets scared, as if something is wrong, and this turned out to be true. He did not send the next SWAT team there because he wanted all the people present to die who knew about Project Silence, as he had approved Project Silence, and if this news spread outside through the media, it would be disastrous. While making a plan, these people try to get out of the bus. Joy angrily beats the doctor and tells him that he is the root of all this and that he should go and distract the dogs. But Min tells everyone that this will not work. If the dog kills one person, it will kill everyone. It is better to set a trap. They create a trap inside the bus and go underneath it, leaving the bus doors open. As soon as the dogs see them, they come inside the bus. The doctor also quickly gets off and goes inside the bus. After many dogs have entered, Min quickly calls for her trap, which causes all the dogs to get stuck inside the bus. Down in the dumpster, it is seen that the wife of the old couple has died. It is shown that the remaining dogs were also coming into the dumpster. To escape them, all the survivors come out of the dumpster. Vaughn tries to get the old man out, but he no longer wants to come out because his wife is dead. Reluctantly, Vaughn leaves him there, and the old man becomes an attraction for all the dogs, saving the lives of others. Seeing this, Vaughn is very saddened that 2 people were killed in his mission, for whom he could do nothing. After trapping all the dogs in the bus, these people run to the bridge. But when they arrive there, they see that no one has come to help them. Vaughn calls his boss, but now he is not getting any response. In grief, he sits down. And now the doctor came to him. The doctor told him the biggest truth. That all this was his own plan. Hearing this, Vaughn was even more broken. Because the boss he trusted more than himself. The same boss lied to him. Vaughn used Vaughn for his own benefit. But on the other hand, no one was responding. So they made a plan with the gas truck. They would go to the other side of the road, where Joy's vehicle was on the other side. They could get off this highway by sitting in that vehicle. But the problem was that Joy had the key to the vehicle, which was left in the same bus in which they had gone to save the dogs. And now the dogs were trapped in the same bus. Now to get the key back from there, they made a new plan. Vaughn found his laptop and controlled all the dogs, making Vaughn the target, so that all the dogs would come out of the bus to attack him. Now how would they get out of the bus? The bus was closed. For this, a golfer standing nearby hits the glass repeatedly with his ball, causing the glass of the bus to break. And all the dogs come out and start attacking Vaughn. Vaughn, who is standing in the dog container at this time. As soon as he gets a chance, Joy takes the key from the bus. On the other side, we see where all the dogs were running towards their container to attack Vaughn. The A9 dog was not under anyone's control. She suddenly went and attacked the doctor, because the doctor had killed her children. In all this chaos, they did not pay attention to the fact that the bridge was about to break. Due to the sudden attack of all the dogs on the container collided with the edge of the bridge, and the edge broke and the container fell into the water, causing Vaughn to also fall into the water. Seeing this, Tae-gon, her daughter, was very scared. She wanted to help her dad using Joy's tow truck. But here Joy tells her that if she takes this truck to the bridge, then the bridge will break more. But Tae-gon did not care. The A9 dog, moving forward to attack the doctor. As soon as Joy saw the container falling into the water, she ran towards it. because one of her children was still alive, whom she wanted to save. But in order to save him, she fell into the water. Kyeon-min threw Joy's tow truck rope down from the bridge, which caught her and helped Vaughn to come up. But the bridge was so damaged that it was breaking. In such a situation, Joy showed her intelligence. Before the bridge broke, these people came into the safe zone, where it was morning, and there were a lot of police and media people in the safe zone. Here we also see Kyeon, who came to check on the condition of the safe zone. And upon seeing the survivors, he lost his mind, because now he knew that his dream of becoming president would remain a dream. Vaughn, who was very angry with him, as soon as the poor man came here, he punched him in the face. To handle the situation, Kyeon told him, "You should think about your daughter's future." At that moment, he had a lot of checks in his hand. He had come to buy Vaughn, but Vaughn was not selfish. He did not want to put so many people's lives in danger just to teach his daughter. He told him to keep his money. After this, Vaughn went in front of the media and revealed everything about Kyeon, how he made a silenced project, in which he mutated the rescue dogs in such a way that because of those dogs, these people were in such big trouble. Such dangerous dogs are not suitable for use in any situation. Here Vaughn is also accompanied by a doctor, who provides all the evidence against Kyeon to the media. After hearing all this, Kyeon had no choice but to run, and he left from there. When the scene cuts, we see E9, who somehow saved his child and brought him to the bank of the canal. In this way, his purpose was fulfilled, to save his child. With which this movie ends here. Thanks.